SPY QQQ was gapping down this morning. When yields are rising, then it's not really good for the market. So in the morning, we were initially on QQQs. We were short versus 502s. First candle pulled back, but we couldn't confirm the short unless and until this pre-market low break. Bounce, 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 bounce. So when this bounces, you have to cover your short. So we have covered our short flat or little loss, and then it tried to push. But when it tries to push, it's unable to move over these pre-market highs. So now there's no confirmed long. And then we pull the back and then we stop out of the longs as well. An advanced scalper can easily make some money, $1 up, $1 down, but we want a trend. So that was a loss, choppy loss. We made money on Friday. That was trend day. Thursday was chop. This was a trend down day. This was trend up and trend down day. Then there's a trend up day. That's how the market works. But it's important that on a day like this, you preserve your capital so that you can make money when market does this, or when market does this, or when does this, or when does this, or when does this. These are 5-12 calls. So market has a different personalities. I keep saying you just need to know what personality it is. So when you see once or twice, just step away. Don't do anything. So that was a morning choppy loser. The market did trend middle of the day when VIX broke down under 20 level. It was okay. It was not a crazy trend. You could trade that, but I don't like these up down candles. That's not really the trend I want to see. I want to see clear. Personally, I stopped out when we tried to short a long and then tried to short a long and then just we left it. So that was a choppy loser. Nothing crazy. Another important thing, guys, to understand today's amateur move versus trend move. Do not trade the amateur move, because amateur moves, if it doesn't give a follow through, it's going to bounce back. You see how QQQ was bouncing, even though Amazon was a short on the first candle. That's what, Google was a short on the first candle, but right away it bounced back. Why did it bounce back? Because SPY and QQQ were bouncing from pre-market lows. It's not surprising. So you need to know that. I can't really short Amazon confidently if it breaks down under here. So that was a chop. If you tried to short here, you need to get out of your short right here. Similarly, there was chops on Google, bearish trend, curl, fail, chop. So again, it's easy to lose your money there. Apple was a little different. Apple was definitely a short, called the short Apple short in the morning in the community. It was definitely a short. There was a lot of opportunity to cover your short from 232s, 231s towards 230s. But when it starts to hold a certain level, and then you see the SPY and QQQ not breaking down that level, then you either step away on the short, or you could trade this 5-12 curls. Pretty good setup. So you do not touch here. In this area, you do not touch. You touch here. Use your stops here. Then you long the SPY, because this is the chop. This is where we will lose a lot of money. This is where we will lose a lot of money. This area is where we will lose a lot of money. So we don't do that. So that's the example. Understand the amateur move, trend move, and this will happen. As long as you're saving your money here, let's say you made 4-5 grand on Friday, and today you lost 1 grand in this chop, that's fine. Cannot lose more. We can make much better trades on a good trend day. So anyways, so that was the example of the choppiness and how to avoid that. We did fill the gap on SPY, did fill the gap on QQQ. You could trade it. There's a way to trade it. You just have to use the pre-market low as a resistance, because you can't use the clouds here in the chop, and you just hold it and let the gap fill. Your stops will be here. That kind of trade you can do, a C- trade, hoping that this holds and we push higher. And if you use VIX, you could easily do that trade. That's not a problem. And when you know Apple is pushing higher, SPY QQQ is going to push higher as well. That's very important to understand choppiness and the trend Magnificent 7, what they are doing.
Come to trade with Ripster. Join the community at www.tenettradegroup.com.